up for grabs now. Thomas, right at the end.
And it's Tony Adams put through by Steve Ball. Would you believe it? Is in for Arsenal and sweeps it home. It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. He stripped it away from Tar. Henry!
And it's Arsenal! Arsenal FC! And my first FC!
It's time to go.
And good morning, everyone, and hope you're all well. Yes, it's match day. It's Benfica. It's probably at the moment, this present moment, our biggest game of the season so far, because as you know, the league, well, it's not going too great in the league, and I think this is our only opportunity now of getting into the Champions League next season. And well, we've got some great guests. First of all, let's bring him on, the man himself. Hello, Zach. How are you, mate?
I'm good, thanks, Claude. How's it going? You okay?
Yeah, not too bad. And we're waiting for Helen.
Yeah.
She should be coming on. I don't know if she's got some problems getting on, but
yeah, she's having a few issues, but I'm hoping that she'll join shortly. But we can carry on, and then she'll join when she's ready.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So that's good. Yeah. So, well, I haven't spoken to you since the Leeds game properly.
Yeah.
Give me your thoughts, mate, because first half I thought were terrific. Second half a bit sloppy, and could have paid the price, but we ended up winning 4-2 in the end. What was your thoughts overall in the game? Are Arsenal back? Are they back? Are they now on the? Have they turned the corner? A lot of people are saying they turned the corner.
No. We're not back. There's no back. There's no back. In terms of the Leeds game, it was good. It was a good first half. Yeah, played well. Aubameyang scored 2, didn't he? And then he got his hat trick in the second half. Really good. Now I said Daniel. I went on Daniel's show after the game, and
look at this. Can I just put this comment up here? Unfortunately, he's asking me where my mum is, mate. She died in 2009, mate. If you want to take the piss, go ahead, mate. As I say,
block him, Claude. Claude, block him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a bit ridiculous.
Get rid of him. But yeah, back to the. So I thought, honestly, Claude, I said it to Daniel after the game. Yeah, when we went 4-0 up and Aubameyang got his hat trick, yeah, that was the point to take Aubameyang and Saka off the pitch. Yeah, but Saka's our most important player, right? Take him off. You're 4-0 up. Aubameyang's been out, yeah, personal reasons, whatever. Just hit a hat trick, get him off. Then you bring a Lacazette and a Pepe on, or a Lacazette and a Martinelli, yeah? And then you manage the game. You're 4-0 up, and you might even go on and score 5-6. What he ended up doing was he ended up bringing on the 3 worst players that we had on the bench, yeah? When we went 4-1, and he brought Willian on, then all of a sudden, El Neni came on, then Holding's on. These are 3 players who are not good enough to play for Arsenal Football Club, Claude. And when we went to 4-2, it could have been 4. It could have gone 4-3, and then we'd have been struggling. And honestly, if it had gone 4-3, do you know what it would have been all over again? Remember the Newcastle game when we were 4-0 up? And
the late
Tiote,
rest in peace. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Do you know what, Zach? I was at that game. Yeah.
Really? Oh, man.
You know what? No,
that must have been horrible.
They're going at half time, and funny enough, it's not a strange feeling because Arsenal, because I remember, because I think, what was it?
Who got sent off?
I saw
Diaby.
comebacks, not as bad as that, but I've seen comebacks. And someone said, and I jokingly said, well, I jokingly, even though we were 4-0 up, I said to someone, he said, "Oh, it's all, we should go on now, cruise on now. How many are we going to get, Claude?" I said, "Oh, well, with this lot," I said, "I wouldn't say the game is safe."
Hey,
I was joking.
Who got sent off that day? Was it Diaby?
Diaby, I think.
Diaby, yeah.
I'm sure it was Diaby that got sent off.
Yeah, I think it was Diaby. That's what my memory tells me. But do you know what it is?
That triggered it. I think they triggered their comeback. And
yeah.
I can't.
You know what it is?
Zach, they nearly won it at the end.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. That it felt like, if you know, that felt to me. How can I say it? That felt like you know, when we lost 8-2 at Old Trafford. That felt exactly the same to me. I was so down that and you know, the coach journey back, mate. I just,
that must have been horrific. But at the end of the day, Claude,
you got Ty winding me up at the back saying, "These things happen." Oh no, not me.
Oh shit!
These things happen.
Yeah, but mate, do you know what? There's a worrying trend with Arteta, because you remember that I said this to Daniel the other night. Remember the Chelsea game at home when we were 3-0 up, yeah? And then Chelsea scored, then they got the penalty, didn't they? We started panicking. Arteta didn't know what to do. And I saw the same thing against Leeds. When we went 4-0 up, an experienced manager knows how to manage the game from 4-0 up. You know, 11v11. You know, you rest your big guns, you bring them off, and you bring Pepe, Martinelli, or Lacazette on. And he didn't. And then he started to panic. And he started to throw on average players. And that's a worrying trend, because that tells me he doesn't know what to do, how to manage, like how to see a game out. Obviously, we won the game in the end. I'll tell you what, mate. I'll tell you what. Against a better team than Leeds, against one of the top teams, you don't get away with that. Yeah? You do not get away with that. And so, yeah, overall, look, we won the game. Let's move on from it. I don't think there's much to analyse about it. I just think we won it. We move. We're Arsenal Football Club. We're expected to beat Leeds United at home. Yeah. And then we move on to tonight's game. And it's the biggest game of our season. It's the only thing we got to play for. So let's see what happens tonight.
Yeah, as I say, there's a few. I'm not. Kieran Tierney did train, I think, but whether he'll start, I think whether he'll start will be a doubt, because I don't think they want to rush him back.
Yeah.
He's not quite ready. Definitely, I think out is Thomas Partey. I think he's definitely out. Zach, would you go with the same team that, you know, the starting 11 that started? Because it was successful on Saturday, but I think that was only because I only think that's because Leeds were open, weren't they? They were an open team.
I would go with largely the same team, but I would change. I would only play one of Smith Rowe and Odegaard. I'd choose your number 10, yeah? Choose your number 10 out of them two. Whoever. If you want to start Smith Rowe or Odegaard, one or the other, and then bring Nicolas Pepe in on the left, and that's it. That's probably the only change. Obviously, I probably wouldn't start Bellerin, but there's no point in having that conversation because he's going to start Bellerin, so I'm not going to waste my breath. But I would go with probably 9 out of the 11 that started against Leeds, but I would choose your number 10, and then I would play Nicolas Pepe on the left, and I'd keep aubameyang up front. But I'll be honest with you, Claude. Let me ask you this question, yeah? Aubameyang's just hit a hat-trick playing as a central striker, yeah?
Well, Kenny made a point about that, and I mean, I was watching the game, but you know, you get into it. But he's saying it's the only reason that worked on Sundays, because they were actually interchanging a lot more.
Yeah, but they can interchange anyway. That's
but I'm saying, you know, but he wasn't primarily down the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's always what you'd want to see. If Aubameyang was through the middle, you'd want him to interchange with if Martinelli was on the left or Pepe, you wouldn't want Aubameyang just standing there in the middle all the time. But I'd keep him through the middle, and I'd play Pepe on the left and Saka on the right, and then I'd pick your number 10.
Yeah.
Then Xhaka and Ceballos, I guess, and then I mean I'm not happy with that back four, but what can you do? Do you know what I mean? With that, you haven't got many options. And, yeah, we'll see. Do you know what, mate? I can't even predict. I can't predict later on tonight. I can't. I just don't know which way it's going to go, to be honest.
Yeah, it's very hard because I don't know much about them. I know that Vertonghen plays for them. Tarabat, another ex-Tottenham player, I think, he was at Tottenham as well. I know that they played for him.
Otamendi plays for them.
Yeah,
their centre-back pairings, Otamendi and Vertonghen. And I don't know too much about them. They're a good team. I know that. You know, just look at their tradition, their history. They're a big club. They're a big football club, Claude. You know that. Yeah. Do you remember? I don't know if this is my memory just playing tricks on me, right? It could be my memory playing tricks on me. But did we play Benfica in either the UEFA Cup or the Cup Winners' Cup? Or it could have even been the European Cup.
You're going back in time.
The early 90s.
That was. I tell you,
we lost, didn't we?
I didn't go to the first leg. The first leg was in Benfica, and it's our mate.
Friend
of the show, Kevin Campbell, got the goal. 1-1 in the over there,
and then we lost, didn't we? At Highbury.
Yeah, well, that was quite a night because we got the goal. We started really fast and we started really well. And Colin Pate scored us in front, 1-0. Colin Pate scored the goal, and then they just equalised right in the second half, and then took over, and it went to extra time.
They won Did they win 3-1?
No, it went to extra time because it was 1-1. Both legs were 1-1. Both legs were 1-1 at the time, so it went to extra time.
I remember the guy's face who scored for Benfica. Yeah, we lost to them, didn't we? We lost. So I remember that. Benfica. Do you know what? That was the European Cup, wasn't it?
Yeah. Hold on. Can you do me a favour? Have you got Helen's email address?
Why?
She wants me to send it to her. Hold on. I'll try and do it on here. 1 minute. Yeah. Carry on, mate. Sorry, what was you saying there? Go on. Carry on. Sorry,
let me message Helen quickly. Send Claude.
No, I've got it. She just sent it to me now. It's all right, mate. Carry on, mate.
But we lost that game, didn't we? We ended up losing to Benfica, and it was just something that just triggered in my memory. Back, I was obviously relatively young, but I remember early 90s. Yeah, it must have been 91 or 92. We lost to Benfica, and so look, let's not get it twisted. Yeah, I think that was our last competitive game against Benfica, because I know we played them in the Emirates Cup or whatever it was, and we battered them. Like when Sanogo scored 3 or 4 goals. But our last competitive game against Benfica, I think we lost at Highbury. Yeah, and that I could be wrong. Someone in the comments might correct me on that. But let's not get it twisted. They're a very, very big football club. Yeah, so we'll see, mate. We will see. I'm not.
Yeah, it's very difficult. I think see with these games now, with home and away, they're not really home and away. They're both on neutral ground. See, so it's a bit of a tricky one. I think this could go right. This could go right to the.
Claude, just sorry to interrupt. Did you send the email to Helen? Did you send the link to Helen's email?
Yeah, I just done it. Yeah. She should have got it, mate. She should have got it. Anyway, Hold on 1 minute. Let me get back here 1 minute. That's what I've just done, mate. I've just done that.
Cool.
Things you have to do here. Right. Yeah, going on to the other news. Yeah, I'm going to bring other news in. Where is it? Where has it gone now? And it's regarding Arsenal want to, and I don't know what you're going to think about this, because I'm a bit concerned, because it looks like now we're not going to make much purchases this summer with this, because it seems to me Arsenal now want to sign duo Danny Ceballos and Matt Ryan on a permanent basis this summer, according to reports, and that could be around about £25 million. What do you think of that? I'm not the biggest. I don't know. It doesn't mean it looks like we're not moving forward here, because I'm not. I don't know about you, but are you a Ceballos fan?
The thing is, mate, here's my take on Ceballos. He's got the quality. Yeah, he's got the quality, the technical quality to be an Arsenal midfielder. But there's something, I don't know whether he lacks the physicality to be a success in the Premier League. You know, that engine to get box to box. He hasn't got that engine to get up and down the pitch. So the way Ceballos plays, he plays in small areas, because he hasn't got the, like, I'll try and give you a comparison. Like, remember, you know Wijnaldum at Liverpool, yeah, over the last couple of years, yeah, Wijnaldum. He could sit in front of the back four, but then he could run box to box because he's got the engine. That's what we need, a player like that. And Ceballos, very much in the mould of like Xhaka and Thomas Partey, insofar as they're not the engines to get box to box. I think we need a box to box midfielder next to Thomas Partey. Yeah, someone who's got the engine to get up and down the pitch. I'm not convinced Ceballos is that man. So if we ended up signing him, I wouldn't be unhappy, but then I wouldn't be over the moon either. And as for Matt Ryan, he could be a decent backup goalkeeper, but we messed up the whole goalkeeping situation when we sold Martinez for absolute peanuts. Do you know what I mean? So, because Martinez is probably worth about 40 million now.
Yeah, the other bit of news is Balogun, and he's interested in AC Milan are quite interested because they want to replace Abramovich. Abramovich. Who am I talking about here? Is it who's the player from the Swede? Is it?
Yeah.
Right. They want to purchase. We'll get him on a free. What do you think of that one?
Who is it?
AC Milan.
Oh, is it? I didn't hear that. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know, mate. I'm all talked out on the Balogun situation. I just think it was a mess the way we've dealt with this.
If they're seeing how good AC Milan won't just pick anyone out and just say, "Look,
he's a proper player, mate. We
haven't actually really got to. We've seen him in glimpses. What annoyed me more than anything, Arteta could have played him a lot more in those Europa League games, when, especially the games when the group was completely dead and finished. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that really annoyed me.
We can't go back now. What I'm trying to do, otherwise it would just drive me round the bend. I'm trying to forget all these mistakes that Arteta's made, because he's messed up this football club for me the last 12 months. And, if we lose Balogun, we're just going to have to accept it. What can we do other than rant about it? You know what I mean? But I'll tell you what, he's a proper player, and he's going to come back to bite us and haunt us like Serge Gnabry did. I tell you, mate, he's going to be worth a lot of money. And he's a proper striker as well. When I look at our strikers, I think Balogun is somebody we're crying out for. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's a real proper striker. So I don't know, man. It is what it is. if we lose him, we lose him. We've got to move on. But yeah, man. I think Helen's struggling to get in.
Yeah, thanks, GNA. Thank you very much, GNA TV, asking me if I. Oh, look, I've got a super chat. Kev Campbell defending Arteta and Willian is beside me. Yeah, Kevin. Yeah, that's his opinion. You know what I mean? That's his opinion. He's going to just maybe being I think he was a teammate of Arteta, so that might have swung it Kevin's way. But I don't think he's actually defending Willian. Now, I've not seen him defend Willian. I mean, I don't think anyone can defend Willian this year, can they, Zach? This is
no. I think, look, at the end of the day, Claude, Arteta's come out and defended Willian, and it's one of my most frustrating things about Arteta. He doesn't treat everybody equally. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the one hand, the likes of Reece Nelson, Willock, Ainsley, they have to prove every day that they want to play for this football club. Yeah. They've got to show the quality on the pitch. But when it's Willian, he comes out with all these excuses. Yeah. Oh, he's training well. He's got the quality. It's a load of nonsense. But I'm not going to.
Look, Helen looks like she's quite bed.
I'm managing.
Look who's finally made it.
Bed, Helen.
Huh?
I'm here, Zach. Hi.
Hello.
Yeah.
What a nightmare.
What's happening? I think I did send the right link, didn't I? I don't understand what's going on.
I was running late. I had drama at work and ran late, and then the internet.
Okay. Anyway, good of you to join us. Anyway, even though it's. Hold on a minute. Let's get that sorted. All right. Yeah. Stop. I know everything about Arsenal and love. Stop spamming the chat. Yeah. Too much of that. Yes. Don't spam too much on here.
Just block him, Claude. Just block him.
No, he's all right.
Helen, we were talking. Claude and I were talking. I don't know if you remember. You remember back in the early 90s, we played Benfica in the European competition and we lost at Highbury.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? I was vaguely remembering it. Yeah. I think it was the European Cup.
It was. It was the first couple of rounds before they bought. It was you had to qualify on the preliminary rounds.
I feel like did Jensen have something to do?
I think it was before that. I think it was slightly before that.
Don't you remember? We lost 3-1. It was 1-1 and then extra time. We lost 3-1.
I remember it well, man.
Yeah,
I believe that was the last competitive game that we had against Benfica, and we lost it. So we were just saying, let's not take them.
It's not the last actual game. We did play them in the Emirates Cup.
No, I said the last competitive game, Claude.
Yeah, but the way people like Terry will call that competitive.
On this channel, we don't count charity games. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you ask Terry, my who works with me on the channel, he was considered as a trophy. So, and if you remember the game, it was
Sanogo 4.
Sanogo, and he got 4 goals. You remember that?
Yeah, and he fell over. So that was the Emirates Cup. It was 2013.
I can't remember what year it was, but Sanogo got 4 goals. Don't you remember?
I remember Sanogo.
He scored 4 goals and then got injured, and that was it for it.
Yeah. Helen, your favourite player is Willian, mate. I wouldn't start.
Nah, you said Sanogo is better than Willian.
He is better. Do you disagree? Are you disagreeing with me?
No, not on his Chelsea record. You can't say that.
No, forget the Chelsea record. I'm talking about Arsenal Football Club. I'm not interested in Chelsea.
Right, there's another super chat coming. Kevin Campbell said Willian is doing what Arteta asked for him, and Casey say training his performance is more important than the pitch and Helen is looking lovely apparently. Yeah, so you're looking lovely, he said.
Thank you very much.
From Randy.
Randy by name, Randy by nature.
Yeah, well, maybe. What do you think of Willian? I mean, Kevin Campbell's coming out with Helen. What do you think of Willian? Because Kevin Campbell's coming out saying he's doing everything right in training, but it's not coming off on the pitch. Could it be nerves? I don't know. I mean, he shouldn't be
It's
nervous.
a lot of games for him to still be nervous, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like the guy's got a lot of experience. So he shouldn't really be. He shouldn't take that long to adapt.
Be fair, the fact that there's no fans in the stadium, it should be easier for him, not harder.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, I don't know.
Having said all that, he did play. He started well, didn't he, in the first game? And then
against Fulham. Yeah.
No, that's a myth, by the way. That's an absolute myth.
All right against Fulham.
No. Right, Helen. Let me just say this one thing about that Fulham game. Yeah, he played exactly the same as he's played in the other games. He took a corner, it got headed in. He did a crossfield ball, aubameyang put it in the top corner. That's all he did. He got 2 assists, right? But that's it. He played the same as he ever did. No, it's not enough for me, mate. I can take a corner and get an assist.
Zach's we're paying him. Player. Zach's a good player.
We can pay. We're paying him $200,000 a week.
He tells us
it's a myth. Fulham's a myth, mate.
Yeah, but Kevin says he's doing it. He's doing the business in training, but that's no good doing it in training, is it? It's got to be done on the pitch. You're going
to get picked by what you do on the pitch as well.
Yeah, but you do. I mean, having said that,
form, aren't you?
Having said that, I mean, you do get in a training does significantly get you in the team. You know, if you have a good training great training session, it does put you in contention for a place on the pitch. I've got the blind Gooner Daniel's on here. Morning, guys. It's a must-win game tonight. I hope you're all well. Thank you, Daniel. Very nice of you. Thank you for the super chat as well.
Yeah.
So
the blind Gooner Daniel was a top Arsenal fan. He's very knowledgeable.
Hi, blind Gooner Daniel. Hello.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man.
Very nice guy. And
everyone needs to go and subscribe to Daniel's YouTube channel as well.
I heard about Daniel. Yeah.
I don't know. Is it the blind Gooner on YouTube?
Helen, are you working on the game tonight? Or
yeah.
All right. You're working on the game tonight.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying
we had fun. Yeah, it was brilliant. It was good. Good fun. It was good.
Yeah, the watch-alongs and everything like that.
Was good. The result on the pitch was the most important, which helped the energy from us. But it was brilliant. It was good.
I see what one of you girls got caught out on the super chat though.
Yeah. Have you ever been caught like that, Claude? Do you get people doing
loads of times, loads of times. I done Ty deserve it. I done Ty up, didn't I? On one when someone sent a message regarding DT involving Ty, and I said it on air. I just read it out because it was a super chat. And it didn't go down too well with Ty. Let's put it that way.
It's hard though because when you're reading it, I guess like you're concentrating, you're reading, you're kind of trying to sync your minds and your lips, and I just think that was a bit of a bad one. Poor Charlene.
Anyway,
what's the predictions for tonight then, guys?
I don't know nothing about Benfica at all. I ain't got a clue what they're. All I know, they've got Vertonghen at the back, which gives them. We don't need to repeat it.
Benfica.
Please don't repeat it in the chat, please. Old Randy's actually decided to repeat it in the chat, but I won't be putting it on the screen.
What's he saying? What's Randy saying?
No, it's what I.
Is it what you done to Ty? Is it what you said? What was it?
That was the super chat.
It's before the water. It's before the watershed, Helen.
Yeah, it's not a thing I can put on the air at the moment. No.
Oh, okay.
Not at this time of the morning.
No, Helen. They've got Vertonghen and Otamendi as their centre backs.
Yeah.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I don't really know anything about Benfica's side apart from they were heavily affected by COVID.
Yeah, they got Otamendi and Vertonghen as their centre backs. And remember that guy that we were linked with, Everton Suarez, a couple of years ago, that Brazilian winger? Okay. He plays for them as well.
So they've got a decent side.
Yeah, and you remember that QPR player, Adel Tarat? Do you remember him?
To right. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. He's good.
He plays for him.
Yeah. He's quite a good player. I don't know what he's like now, but he was quite good when he was.
He was good. Yeah, he was good.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got some skill.
Yeah, man.
Right. Josh thinks that Odegaard is better than Zidane. That's what they're going to start singing instead of Ozil.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. One
It'd be
game.
nice to get back
That's
in the
not fan
stadium
base all over though,
and
isn't it? It is our fan base. They see one game and suddenly this guy is going to solve all our problems.
Yeah, back to the predictions. So what are we saying, guys?
Hey?
I'm going to go.
I'm going
3-1.
3-1 Arsenal.
Yeah.
What about you, Claude?
Yeah. So thank you, Dugout. The Dugout Football Channel. He says, "Hello, Claude, Zach, and Helen. Tough game for Arsenal tonight. How are you all feeling?" Yeah, they're just about to say their scoreline. What would you say, Zach? And,
Helen said 3-1.
I said 3-1.
I think
apparently I've missed a super chat here. 1 minute.
We need to win big tonight because
go on, carry on. Sorry.
We're going to play in Athens or Greece, and that's the other leg.
I think we've gone now. What's happened here now?
So we need to win good tonight.
I don't know whether it's going to be as clear cut as that, Helen. I'm not sure, but
I don't know what's happened. I lost you for a minute. Sorry.
No, we're still there, Claude. We're still
there.
there.
Yeah, another super chat from Randy said, "Oh no, I've got that one." So what a super chat have I missed, Randy? You said I've missed a super chat.
He's talking about the one where he said about the Thai comment.
No, I can't put that up, mate. I can't put that up. You know I can't put that up.
You know what? I'm going to go.
Yeah, both said 3-1. Yeah,
I'm going to go 3-0.
Yeah, I was going to say 3-0, but I feel like
I'm going to contradict myself. Yeah. I'm going to contradict myself. I don't think it's going to be a 3-0 performance, but I think we might end up winning 3-0.
Yeah. But it's not going to be like the Leeds game, you know, because they won't be as open as Leeds. They've only conceded 16 goals all season, so it's not going to be easy. That's for sure. That's quite a bold prediction, 3-0, Zach. I think that's quite a...
yeah.
I don't think it'll be a 3-0 performance.
Do you know what? Let's be real. Come on. Like, their league isn't like the Prem, is it? So, and they're having a poor season.
Yeah, having said that, you say that. Porto beat Juventus last night, and that's their league. So...
yeah, no, but even the Italian league's not quite the caliber of.
Oh, but Juve have got a good side. They've got a very good side. Whether their league is not.
Aging, so I don't know.
Yeah, look, Karen Price says 4-1. Says Karen Price 4-1. Yeah. Oh, everyone is.
The women are feeling confident.
Yeah, but you know, with Arsenal, you can't.
It just depends what team. What team do you think he's going to go with?
I don't think he'll go with the same team as Sunday. I have a feeling they'll definitely have it's European game. They'll have David Luiz at the back with maybe he might actually play Mari as well. Luiz.
I think he'll play Holding.
I think he might play Holding. Yeah.
Yeah, I think because of I don't think Kieran Tierney will be rushed back. I know he's been training. But I don't think they'll rush him back. I think they might just put him on the bench, and I think they'll go along with what Bellerin and Cedric. Midfield, I think it'll be Xhaka and Ceballos. And I think what will happen maybe they might rest Pepe and rest Smith Rowe and bring Pepe in. That could be the change.
You know what, guys? I've got a bad feeling. I was just thinking about this when you were saying about Ceballos. I got a bad feeling he's going to go negative in midfield and go El Neni and
Yeah,
Xhaka.
maybe,
I thought he might play on Nene just because of the running and the work rate he'll
Yeah.
give.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the right. I don't think it's the right answer. By the way, I think it's too defensive, and you're not going to get up the pitch. You're not going to have that creativity. But he's a negative manager, isn't he? So
Yeah.
he'll probably bring Holding, El Neni, and Willian in, and we'll all be fucking ranting when we see this lineup. Excuse my language.
I don't know. I don't know if he'll do it.
Yeah,
I
someone
think he's
said
going to
that.
analyse how they play and that he'll pick a side to kind of combat their style of football. I just don't know how Benfica set themselves up, to be honest. I don't know how they play.
Yeah, apparently Marco is telling me that their left back is injured and Saka could exploit them. So
Yeah.
Saka can exploit any
he's
left
on
back.
fire at the moment, isn't he? Well, I mean, he's one player that is on fire at the moment, and he's Saka. He's absolutely playing. He's been really brilliant in the last few games. And
Good.
the only thing I worry about Saka is that there's people there are players starting to take a lot more notice. The opposition are taking more notice, and they're starting to hack him a bit, aren't they?
Yeah.
I know.
They've done that in the last few.
You know what though? He's a very.
He doesn't get enough protection though off the referees because
that's
he doesn't.
start booking them, and then they're getting in like 10 challenges on him before a yellow card comes out.
Yeah, it's a good point. But you know what? He's very resilient, isn't he? Like he gets battered sometimes, and he just gets up, and we think, oh, he's injured, and then he's back playing, like running.
Yeah.
So he's a small guy, but he's resilient, and that's good. It's not like like a Jack Wilshere when he used to go into the tackle. You thought, oh my god, this could be bad.
Yeah.
Saka gets hacked, and he just within like 30 seconds, he's fine running again. Like I love him. He's my favourite player now, Saka.
Oh, but definitely.
Oh, sorry, Randy, I didn't see your super chat, but I missed his super chat.
He's not overhyped.
Saka overhyped.
No, he's not overhyped. He's not overhyped. Why is he overhyped?
Is it this one, isn't it? I think this is one. This is the one, isn't it? Well, yeah. Do you think I think overhyping Saka?
I don't
he's
think
definitely a talent. He's definitely a talent, but the big test for him now is when a lot of these players, because he's new and he's young, they've not cottoned on to what he's doing. The next couple of years will show whether he can go even further forward. But no, I wouldn't say it's overhyped. I think he's done really well. But
he's a good player. He's not.
Helen, we were talking about earlier. I don't know. About Ceballos and Matt Ryan are about to be offered new deals, and I'm not in favour. I think Zach is. I want us to move forward, and I'm not sure whether Ceballos is one player that's going to move us forward. I think he's not wanted by Real Madrid, which tells you a lot of things as well. I'm not sure whether he's. I think is this going to stop us getting what we really need in the summer?
I would imagine if we sign him, yeah, because we haven't got that much money to do business. So if they sign Saka, I don't think they'll sign in.
Well, you say we've got no money. What I don't understand we've offloaded all these players. Their wage bill is now a lot healthier and everything. We've lost all these players that we've offloaded. We're about to offload Guendouzi and.
Are we? Are we actually getting rid of
there is talk of Guendouzi being offloaded, and who else is it? And Lucas Torreira. Also, at the same time, Lacazette's been rumoured to be offloaded as well. So because he's only got 1 year left of his contract, he's only got 1 year left of his contract, and we probably might get 30-40 million for him. So there is money there, and I'm just wondering whether that money. I mean, they are the targets that were.
Who would you get instead of Ceballos?
The last targets we were linked with was aouar from Lyon.
Yeah, but he's not a midfielder.
Quality, okay?
Aouar's not a midfielder, is he? Isn't he a
winger?
winger?
No, he's a midfielder. Yeah.
Oh, he's in midfield.
Central attacking midfielder. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we were linked with him, and See, I'm this Odegaard or whatever. I mean, if he's gonna stay, yeah. What will Real Madrid be asking? What sort of money will they be asking? And is it? We've only seen him a couple of days. Is he really the answer? Is he going to be the one player? And he has got a bad injury record as well. We don't want to be going down the road. We don't want to be going down the road where we're getting a lot of these players. Another player that's got a bad injury record, and it seems to be following us a lot. I mean, Thomas Partey has come in. He never hardly got an injury at Atletico Madrid. Hardly missed a game, and suddenly he's missing most of this season so far, isn't he? So
the thing is, Claude, the thing you've got to ask yourself is, do you trust Arteta's judgment on a player? Right? That's the question, because we can throw out names who we want to sign, and that's all well and good. But do you trust Arteta's judgment on a player? I don't at all. So if he signs Ceballos or he signs whoever, he signed Rumours in goal, he signed Cedric, he signed Willian, all these players. Do you trust his judgment? I don't. That's the real question. Yeah. It doesn't matter who we sign.
Well, he seems to have a lot of faith in Willian. He's even come out today and said that he believes Willian is not far away from showing what he can really do and all this. And this does worry me.
And he's played most of it.
We're more than halfway through the season.
It's a matter of him settling, getting things coming together for him and things like that. He might be right. He might come good, and we might all
we hope he comes good if he's going to play him.
No, let me tell you this, Claude, let me tell you this about Willian. We signed Willian to hit the ground running. I never wanted him, but the rationale, the strategy was he's an experienced Premier League player. We're going to pay him high wages because you hit the ground running. In my line of work, I'm a consultant. I'm an interim consultant. If I don't hit the ground running on day one, I'm kicked out the company, the client, on week 2. I'm kicked out. Yeah. We signed Willian on those big wages to hit the ground running immediately. This isn't a player that we're signing from overseas who has no experience in the Premier League. You might need a season to bed in, like a Pepe. This is Willian. He hasn't even moved house. Yeah. Hasn't even moved house. That's why we signed him. Now, you can't say he's going to come good because he's 32. He's going to be 33 soon. He's only going to get worse because of his age.
He's a little bit old, personally, for the.
I think he's finished.
Yeah, for football this season, it's changed.
It has changed
quite a few times, and I just think it's taken away a whole load of slightly older players. Not because they're not competent footballers. But the game is so much faster. The amount of football and mileage they have to cover in a game has increased with them playing out from the back.
Absolutely.
They're not lumping the ball forward the way they used to play in the 90s or, the game's changed.
Look at teams like Villa.
Look
at teams like Villa. The energy that the teams like Villa and Leeds have in their team. Someone like Willian, he can't inject that energy.
Team like that. No. And if we want to move forward with the style of football we play, I just don't think we can play at that high tempo with certain players because we've been moaning for the last, 3 seasons at least about how slow we play, how we keep passing sideways and backways. And we don't want to play like us fans don't want to see us playing like that.
For me, the Willian situation reflects Arteta's arrogance. It's like, I want to prove everyone that my signing was right.
Yeah, that's what I was about to come to.
I think you're right. Why sticking with him. Yeah,
I think he wants to be, as you say, he wants to be proved right. Thank you for the verbal, Aki. Thank you for the super chat. Just sending this, Claude, because I love you and miss you and Ty's debates. Keep on, keep on being you.
When's Ty coming on your show? When's Ty coming?
Ty won't know because there's a bit of a contractual issue with AFTV, so I can't.
Really? What, with Ty?
Yeah, I think because of he's contracted to AFTV. I think
he's not allowed.
Unfortunately, that I wanted to do that. That put that show on my channel, but apparently
You can't do the Claude and Ty show.
He's blocked, I'm afraid.
Oh man, that would have been good.
Yeah, well, that's how it goes.
Helen will sort it for you.
No. We'll leave it. Let's not go into that at the moment. Let's don't forget 120 million paid back to government in May, and all the players that are left still have their wages.
Yeah, and they've brought in new players.
Yeah.
They've got Odegaard. They've got more players on the wage bill as well. I know some have gone out, but some have come in as well. We're paying their wages.
Yeah, I've got a funny feeling even this summer. I don't think there's going to be much business by anyone.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be a lot. That's why if we do,
But the problem is that if we want to go forward, I think we do need recruitment and good recruitment at that. And I don't think Real Madrid are going to be loaning Ceballos. They'll probably want a fee, and I'm not sure whether I would want to pay 25 million for Ceballos. I don't know. I don't know.
I just feel like he hasn't done enough for me to be like, oh my god, yeah, let's sign him. I don't care like if we sign him or not. If I'm really honest.
Yeah.
But I do feel like I'd like Guendouzi back. So if it's out of them two, I'd rather have Guendouzi in our team.
Yeah.
I'd rather have him back.
Yeah. Well, I didn't like Guendouzi. I weren't a big fan of Guendouzi, but he's but you know what? Thinking about it,
he's hungry.
Yeah, and do you know what? He got thrown out for being actually quite passionate to me at Brighton. Yeah. He hurt big time, and I thought to be thrown out for that, what happened there, I think is a bit strange. And then I watched clips the other day of Saliba playing for who is he? He's playing for Nice.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that clip. Yeah.
And he looks so composed, and I'm thinking to myself, hold on a minute.
I did ask though who they were playing.
He's not good enough to be playing for Arsenal.
But do you know what, Claude? It's not even he's not good enough. It's that he wasn't even given a chance to prove whether he was good enough. That was my issue. Because he might not have been good enough to play for Arsenal Football Club, right? But you've got to give the kid a chance. Like, give him a chance so we can see. It's not like we got world-class centre-backs in front of him who are blocking him. We haven't got Adams and Bold and Keown and Sol Campbell who's blocking his progress. Yeah. We got Mustafi, Kolasinac, Luiz and Holding. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And I thought in that friendly, when they've played that friendly, I thought he looked so composed. I thought, I like this kid. We never saw him after that. And then he got Arteta saying he's not good enough, and then dropping from squads. Then he said, because I think the European squads are different than that. You could have played him in there. And then he said he made a mistake by not playing. Well, hold on. That group we had, that's a no-brainer.
It was the perfect opportunity to play him.
Yeah.
No-brainer. How can you make a mistake like that? I think this is why this is why I didn't want this guy in the first place, because this is a massive club, and
but we've taken that.
No room for learners. No room for learners.
But unfortunately, Claude, we've taken a risk. We've taken on somebody with absolutely no experience.
And what industry would do that? What in any industry would do a thing like that? Tell me, in any industry would you do?
Claude, Helen,
I like the fact that they're giving him the opportunity. Like, I think that's quite bold, as it kind of, in one sense, could say, look, we're trying to move forward. We're trying to do something different. But at the same time, we haven't got a lot of time to play about with errors.
Helen, you say about giving the opportunity, but what, as Claude said, what other industry I know. Would you give someone who's got no experience,
and put
zero experience?
With my business brand, I wouldn't do that.
If I've got no experiences in the businesses that you run, would you put me in charge of one of your businesses?
I wouldn't hire you.
Of course you wouldn't. It's not about giving me the opportunity. Have I got the experience to deliver? He's got zero experience. And do you know what? You talked about risk. And for me, now is the time to say to yourself, right, the risk hasn't paid off and you cut your losses. This is over what are we, 14 months now he's been in charge?
I think, Zach, the next sort of like month is going to show a lot.
Do you though?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
If over the next 2 weeks, we're going to know if we're still in the Europa or not. Yes, as simple as that.
All right, let me ask you both a question then. Yeah, if he gets kicked out of the Europa League by Benfica,
yeah.
2 questions: would you sack him? And then second question is, do you think the board will sack him? To both of you, and I want honest answers.
If he's out of the champion, if he doesn't qualify for the Champions League, that was the minimum priority for me when he got.
You'd sack him. You'd sack him, Claude. Do you think the board will sack him?
The ball won't.
I agree with Claude. Helen, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, for me, the bare minimum is Champions League football, because that's what we've had for the last 20 years. Yeah, we might not have won it, but we've been in it every single year bar the last, 3 seasons now, or is it the 4th one? So for me, it goes without saying, yes, we ain't going to win the league. We know that. But for me, talking about finishing 10th isn't a conversation. Talking about finishing 6th is not a conversation I've ever had. Like,
so what are you saying?
As arrogant as that sounds, that's.
So you're saying you sack him, Helen?
Listen, if he doesn't, well, I can't see how we can keep a job if we don't. If he goes on another run of losing 4 games, where are we going to be in the league? Because we'd be lucky to get top 10.
Yeah.
So is that acceptable?
I don't think whatever we think, Helen, right, and whatever we want, I think in the board's mind, and this is how they're going now, is look, we've taken this chance now. We can't just back out now. We've got to see this through. They're giving him.
But see it through to where, Claude?
They're going to. I'm telling you now. I'll tell you now. This is what's going to happen. Even if we finish 10th and go out against Birmingham, he will be here.
Agreed.
August. He will be here in August, because they're so stubborn. They don't want to be seen to be making. They'll see it out. He was given a 3.5-year contract, wasn't he? So that means he would
had 2 years nearly.
No, because he joined halfway through last year, didn't he?
No, he's had 14 months. Yeah,
he would have had 1.5 years, wouldn't he? 1.5.
He's had 14 months already.
Just over.
They won't sack him. Yeah. They won't sack him, even if they finish.
That means at the end of this season, he'll be only halfway through his contract. So I think they'll see it out. And if the only thing they will act is by next Christmas, we're still not making any improvement, and we're still in the sort of same position.
All right.
That's when I think they'll
for me, the way I'm looking at it is the first season he won an FA Cup. I don't even know. Do you know what? I don't even want to be personal and be critical.
That's what's kept him in the job.
It's about the football club, and unless we're moving forward, I can't really kind of condone that type of thinking.
I'll tell you what,
I think the FA Cup, if it wasn't for the FA Cup, I think he would have gone by.
Yeah.
The thing is,
that's what's kept him in the job.
I just think it's lucky fans haven't been in the stadium.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
really good.
At the matches.
The fans would be booing him and Willian by now. But do you know what it is, right? I'm not interested in wasting season after season anymore. Yeah,
nor am I. That's exactly.
And all Arsenal fans seem to be interested in wasting seasons, more years. You know, people, life's short, man. We can't waste years like this. Just kick him out.
Says done. I'm just going to read these super chats out quick before they go off the screen. Don Raul wanted him, so we have to accept it.
Yeah, he's gone as well.
Yeah, well, he's gone.
Where's Don Raul now?
That says it all. Yeah, that does say it all. And it was Don Raul that got this Willian and people like Luiz. But yeah, the blind Gooner, he doesn't mess about. I would sack him now. Why wait while we're out of everything? At least now.
No, you can't sack him now.
No, you can. Why not?
You can't.
How can't you sack him now?
You can't. Listen. We're going to give him until the next month. I feel.
Hang on.
After the next month.
Look where the Chelsea now.
This is a really, really good point that Daniel's making here, Helen, right? Do not wait until you're out of everything to sack a player. to sack a manager. Look what Chelsea have done. Yeah, if we got a proper manager
but
in,
we don't move like
Helen, if
Chelsea.
we got Rafa in now, we could win the Europa League and get back in the Champions League straight away. If we wait until we're out of the Europa League and then we sack Arteta, we just
But
wasted the season.
Arsenal won't do that, Zach.
No, I know they won't, but I'm saying that's
Yeah,
what
I
the
hear
strategy
you. I
should be.
understand that. And, you know, in an ideal world, we would have signed probably a different manager to begin with experience.
Daniel's right. We should sack him now, but we won't, as you say. Arsenal don't move in those big club
We
ways.
don't operate
The
like
point,
that.
the point I'm making, I know they had a bad result last night, and I think maybe injuries have caught up with him. But I would have took Carlo Ancelotti. We had Ancelotti was available at the same time as Arteta. I think Arteta would have been ideal for Everton, and Ancelotti would have been ideal for Arsenal. We didn't take that gamble because I think because of the experience they had under Emery, they thought, well, we can't, and they didn't want to take another big gamble. And then what they thought, well, let's give it to someone with a young bloke, young guy, fresh ideas. He's worked under Guardiola. This is not how I feel. How they were feeling.
No,
He's
and I can respect that.
He'll bring his ideas into our club, and we'll move forward, and we'll give him time to. That's what I think that went through their minds. I think a massive gamble, because now what's happening is, but then again, there are people saying that we're improving and we're turning the corner and everything like that.
We could
all I say with the Leeds game, let's not get too excited about the Leeds game either, because Leeds will always give you opportunities to play.
Yeah.
They don't.
Claude, let me make this point about the Guardiola thing, and it's probably a whole different podcast in itself. Right? This type of nepotism, Guardiola has basically said, "Oh, Arteta's brilliant, right?" So Arteta's got a big job off the back of those words. He'd never managed a football game in his life. Now, hear me out here, because this is a really important point I'm going to make. Think about all the other black managers who've had to go down and work from grassroots in League Two. Yeah, they've had to work. No one shouting their name, give him a job at the top level. Look at the play.
I think Sol Campbell would have been brilliant.
Sol Campbell is an example of that.
I would have loved him to be given.
Sol Campbell is an example of that, right? It's nepotism, and at the very best, it's unconscious, it's biased racism. Yeah, unconscious racism, because Guardiola has said Arteta's great, and then all of a sudden he's got the Arsenal job. Well, hang on. Sol Campbell has done all his badges and he's managed football games.
Yeah.
Patrick Vieira. Yeah. All these managers, black managers, where have they been? Yeah. Paul Ince. He had to go down the bottom of the leagues. Then where are they? How comes Arteta's allowed to just Guardiola says he's a good manager, so now all of a sudden he's got an Arsenal job? How does that work?
I know.
No one's going to make that point. I'm telling you. Go around all these podcasts.
Because everyone tiptoes around many of these topics. But for me, talking personally on this note, I actually would have loved Sol Campbell. I keep saying, why do we not have any of our invincibles at the club? Yeah,
Vieira.
Vieira. There's lots of them, but they should all be around the club working.
I agree.
There's so many jobs. There's so many roles. Whether it's in the boardroom, why is not one of them in the boardroom?
Or David O'Leary.
Level. Sorry.
Yeah. Or David O'Leary and
there's lots of them. Mark Overmars, Dennis Bergkamp. There's so many players. It doesn't have to be the 11 that just went unbeaten. We've had so many phenomenal personalities, their character, they all bring something that would keep the culture, the Arsenal kind of DNA almost at the club. I don't see that Edu brings us that, and I like Edu. I'm not trying to disrespect him at all, but he's not someone that ever stood out in my mind as a fan as a memorable character within the dressing room or within.
He jumped ship when the going got tough and he wasn't in the team. He just left.
I kind of know him. I remember him, but I don't remember anything.
Not a legend.
Yeah, no.
Look what Diesel's saying, Claude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is what winds me up. I keep asking the same. If Arteta was number 2 to Dyche at Burnley, would fans have wanted him?
No, of course they wouldn't.
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah,
something that
exactly.
needs to be looked at because there's
And
a lot of racism.
Diesel says you're spitting facts. He said. Diesel said you're spitting facts, Zach. So
that's all I spit. I only spit facts. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh man.
Let's have a see any more questions here. You're always real. Yes, I know I am. But I'm always real. We're all real. We are all real. It's such an important point now. I know people will be triggered to accept it, but it's something that needs to be looked at. Yeah, I think he's talking about the inexperience of Arteta. Yeah, so I think we've covered most things here. We've done.
What time's kickoff tonight? 8.
Predictions, and we've got a big one. We've got a big one on Sunday. Of course, well, a big one, but we don't want to be embarrassed. But anyone? Have you got any hope for Sunday, Zach?
Not interested in the league. We're going to have to play for it. All I'm thinking about is for tonight, because we got a chance to win a trophy.
Yeah.
We're out of the league. What have we got to play for?
Yeah, 8 o'clock kickoff, Zach.
8 o'clock tonight, yeah?
Yeah, 8 o'clock. Yeah.
Well, look, let me tell you this, guys, right? If he loses tonight and City spank him, is there a chance that the board might start turning and think, well, hang on,
no.
Is he? No?
I don't think they will. Until our board...
Yeah, look at Ty. You've got a fan here, Helen.
Until it's too late, anyway. They don't...
You've got a fan, Helen. You've got a fan.
Ty,
Hi.
Helen is good looking.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Right.
Claude's lost for words. Wow, Claude.
Claude's lost for words for once.
He's forgot.
First.
Ty, yeah, he's put super chat to say that as well. Thank you very much, Ty.
Thank you for your super chat. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Again, same. Helen is good looking. What's your sweatshirt say? Your hoodie say, Helen?
There you go. Can you see it?
What is it?
This is quite a thing. Look, what about this? I heard this morning.
What does that say? Play
Henry on his way to Bournemouth to manage Bournemouth. What do you think, boy? Everyone. Zach, what do you think of that then?
I know. See,
I want Thierry Henry at Arsenal, mate.
Thank
I don't want him at
Zach.
Bournemouth.
I know.
Yeah,
like,
but
back to that again. I want.
He has got a bit of experience.
At our club, not doing charity.
I'll tell you what. Thierry Henry would have given William Saliba a chance at Arsenal. Yeah, he would have given all the youngsters a chance. I'd take Henry there.
That though, Zach.
Yeah, but is he ready?
I know, because he knows football. He understands football.
I'm in Kenny's camp.
I'm
in Kenny's camp. I don't want cheerleading. I want people that've got proper experience in the job. And this is another one. I don't think he's got that much experience, has he? To be honest with you.
More than Arteta had.
He had more than Arteta had, yeah.
That is not the way forward, is it? Just because he's got more than Arteta. What I'm trying to say.
No, I agree. I know where you're
I don't know. I think that'd be a good learning curve for him, Bournemouth, and then maybe to learn the Premier League as well, managing the Premier League. Then maybe Arsenal. I'm not so sure whether I see this.
It wouldn't be fair to throw him in right now.
And you wouldn't want to go down that same path that Frank Lampard went at Chelsea.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
When he went just sacked straight, it meant nothing in the end. His legendary status.
No, Frank. Listen, he's still a legend at Chelsea. Of
course he is,
regardless.
But still a legend. And maybe one day he'll go back there with a bit more experience.
I think he will.
Do you hear the rumours that Steven Gerrard's going to replace Klopp as Liverpool manager?
I can see that happening. Yeah, why wouldn't he? He's done brilliantly at Rangers.
Even that's a big step up from Scottish football to.
It is.
But at least he's managed football. At least he's managed football.
Tight title in Scotland, but I'm not sure what he would do.
I don't get why Arteta couldn't have gone to Scotland. Didn't Arteta play for Rangers?
He could have gone anywhere. It's just
he played all right.
Go to League One and ply your trade for a year or two, then maybe look at a big job like anyone else in any other industry. I don't get it. Why is our football club being used as guinea pigs?
Zach, our football club went to him. Yeah, we decided to give him the job. He didn't just like fly in and like, you know.
No, but I'm saying, why have we done that? I don't get it.
Speak to the board. Ask them.
I need to be on that board, man. Right, let me read Diesel's chat. Let's be real. Arteta was the cheap and cheerful option. Fans like him only because few Man City players praised him for his coaching. That's where it ends. One press conference and fans did a 360.
100%. I think the Amazon Prime documentary helped his CV as well, if I'm honest.
Well, I watched that documentary
because that was my only insight into Arteta, and I thought, he looks like.
Hold on a minute. I watched the whole documentary. Right, all I saw him doing was standing and listening to Guardiola.
Well, I thought he might be a good student and learn something.
Yeah, but where did people get? How do you say that documentary done him good? I can't see it.
I never came across all right in the documentary.
Hear him talking that.
Yeah, I saw him when I was sitting in a restaurant discussing tactics, and he was talking about what he was doing to prepare for the game.
I didn't see that bit.
I saw that.
I watched the whole documentary. I see no restaurant or whatever.
Yeah, they were sitting in a restaurant all having a bit of red wine, and I think it was like, I'm guessing, I don't know, after a match or something. And then he was like going through what he was doing to prepare for the game.
You know what makes me laugh, Helen? What makes me laugh, Zach, Helen? Listen, it just makes me laugh. A few months ago, look how bad Man City are doing without Arteta. Look how they fought. Look at them now, then.
Yeah, they all said it. Yeah.
Who said that? What, the
fans all Arsenal fans. They all said it. They said Pep is finished without Arteta.
Oh my God. Right, can I just put it out?
Look how bad they've gone downhill. Everybody started at the top of the league by 13 points.
Yeah, I love Pep. I'm a Pep fan.
Mate, if we had got Pep at Arsenal when Wenger was
I wanted him to replace Wenger like about 10, 15 years ago when he was at Barcelona.
Talking about Wenger, right? Well, the last thing I want to talk about tonight, I don't know if you saw the documentary, not the documentary, the thing with Bean Sports. I don't know if you've seen it, the video, where he's actually saying about the club, he sold players, right? Because the reason he sold players, and he was right to sell players when they were.
I think I saw an article. Yeah, was it to pay off the stadium or something?
The club would have gone bankrupt.
Yeah, I heard.
He never sold it, and it's brought a lot of people who are not really happy because they think it's complete bullshit. And I'm afraid I've got.
It might not be, Claude, because that might be the information he was given.
Listen, right. What people don't understand about football finances, right? Like someone like they think that owners go into their own pocket. They don't go into their own pockets for to what they do. They buy they buy the shares in the club, and then they work with the money. They also work with the money that they've got that they generate in the club. What Abramovich does when he was buying, it was not his own money. He wasn't putting his own money. He was loaning the club the money. Right? This is what people don't understand. They don't understand about why isn't he putting his money in and all this? But it's rubbish. No one does. What they do, they put loans in, and then they put loans in.
Business runs itself
quite easily. The Kroenkes could have put a loan, so there's all that rubbish about play. So why did we move then? We might as well stayed at Highbury.
But Claude, just from a business perspective, a finance perspective, the business model at Arsenal, right, when we moved to the Emirates, the way we borrowed money to build the stadium, like a mortgage, essentially. Right?
Yeah.
Now think about it. when you get a mortgage granted to you by a bank, right? They look at your income and your revenue streams, right? Arsenal Football Club revenue streams, apart from this global pandemic that we're in, but before this, were guaranteed really high revenues and profits. We borrowed against that income. There was no risk of going bankrupt unless there was a risk of football collapsing globally, and all of a sudden Arsenal had zero income and couldn't pull on their global fan base, right? So there was no risk of us going bankrupt because the mortgage payments on the stadium were what, £20 million a year? Yeah? Someone go into the Arsenal accounts and show me what their revenues were every year. There was no risk of bankruptcy. It's a myth. We didn't have to sell our best players. Yeah, we just mismanaged it. We mismanaged the whole strategy when we moved to the Emirates from a footballing point of view. And it's as simple as that. Arsene Wenger doesn't want to own up to it. He wants to say it was all, well, we did this for the finances. Yeah, he can say that. But anyone who's got half a brain knows that he's talking out of his arse. So, the less said about that, the better.
I just feel some of our fans that don't understand how football clubs are run, and this is the problem. They think that they're digging their own money out and all that. The money that they give to the club itself is money that is loaned to them, and then they work on that. I think people don't understand football business, and that's the problem.
That's it.
What you got £4 billion? What you mean you can't put that when you got £4 billion? It don't work like that. It don't work like that.
No, I agree.
At the end of the day, I mean, do you think Abramovich is not getting that money back again? Do me a favour.
They pull out dividends. It depends how they operate.
Yeah, it's a nonsense. And I think Wenger at the time, I think he was making stupid excuses up as well.
No, I believe that was
he came along. He said
Vieira
and he also said that Vieira and Henry came up to him and said, "Look, boss," which I find quite. He said, "We can't play anymore with young players because we want to win things," and it went off. The fabric. I don't agree with that either because he had a chance of getting Fabregas back.
Let me put this into context, Claude. Yeah, we sold Patrick Vieira, one of the best football players the Premier League has ever seen. He was aged 29, right? We've just signed a Chelsea reject from Chelsea, obviously, but he's 32 years of age. Yeah. How are we selling world-class players like Patrick Vieira, aged 29? Yeah, Sol Campbell, aged 30. Thierry Pires, world-class players, man. And then we're signing now, 2020, 2021, we're signing players like Willian, aged 32. God, what has happened to this football club? I swear, honestly, it's a joke. But anyway, big win for us tonight, guys. And 3-0. Helen says 3-1. 3-1. Claude, what was your prediction again?
I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw tonight and all to play for in Greece in 1 week's time.
I'm worried about us in Greece.
Yeah, well, don't forget everyone that the away goals still can't double. Funny enough, even though they're both playing on neutral ground.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you know what they should have done, right? They should have just made it one leg in a neutral ground.
Apparently, this thing is only affecting the England because of the England. We are known. Our COVID is around. We haven't got a good reputation with our COVID at the moment.
But do you know what it will be, guys? Do you know what? I've just thought of something. If we lose, if Arteta loses to Benfica and gets kicked out, you know what the Arsenal fans will say? Oh, but if we had played at the Emirates, we would have beaten them. Yeah. I can hear it.
That the Emirates been terrible this season.
Yeah, but since when have Arsenal fans been logical about anything? That's what they'll say. If we had played at the Emirates, we would have beaten them.
Yeah.
That would be the excuse.
Listen, to be honest with you, I think we should get through. We really should get through at least to the next round. I think it's not going to be an easy competition, though. There's some big clubs in it.
Yeah.
I know Benfica
Anyway.
are one of the tougher ones.
Anyway, we're gonna call it. We've been on here for 1 hour and 15 minutes, so I'm gonna call
perfect.
it.
I need to get going anyway.
I'm gonna
Right,
thank
guys.
you. By the way, thank you for
both.
yeah,
Sorry,
thank
guys.
Helen. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on, and good luck with what you're about to do this afternoon. And Zach, good luck as well, mate.
Enjoy the game, everyone, tonight, and let's
Thank you.
just hope we win and have a great performance. The boys make us all feel really happy.
What time are you on the air tonight? Are you doing the one after the game?
I'm just doing the after one. Yeah, like it'll be after the game.
All right.
10
So
o'clock.
enjoy that, and
10 o'clock if anyone wants to watch it.
anyone that can sit in a room with Ty for 3 hours needs a medal anyway. So
Leave Ty. Ty's brilliant.
well, I'm sorry that the dating experience, God, I
that
still
was
can't
funny.
get over
He's
that,
so
mate.
cute.
I can't get over that, mate. No.
Oh, do you know
That was
what popped
brilliant.
up on my
Anyway,
YouTube?
boys, I need to run.
All right, take care, Helen.
All right, boys. Bye. Bye.
Bye, Helen.
Bye.
Bye.
And Zach, thanks for coming,
Claude.
mate.
Thanks for having me on.
I'm now gonna see you all out with 1 minute. I'm just gonna see everyone out with this. Right, hold on a minute. I'm gonna. Well, no, I can't actually. It's not where I work, so we'll leave it at that. Yeah, take care, everyone. And Zach, take care, mate. And see you all tomorrow. I hope to have a new guest on tomorrow. I don't know who it's going to be, but and also we'll be appearing on the League Gunner podcast tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, take care, everyone. And here we go. Oh dear, oh dear.